With Mohamed Salah having an unbelievable first season at Liverpool, it got me thinking of players who have had good starts to their careers in the Premier League before drifting into obscurity. Here are 5 Premier League one season wonders. Number 5, Mido. Mido had several successful spells at different European clubs before he signed for Martin Jol's Tottenham Hotspur on an 18-month loan deal from Serie A side Roma. In the final few months of the 2004-05 season, Mido netted twice in a brief 9 appearances for Spurs, but it was during his first full season where Mido shone, scoring 11 times in his 27 league appearances. Roma called back Mido after his successful one season at White Hart Lane, but soon the Egyptian was back in London, joining on the final few days of the summer transfer window, but the Mido of last season was long gone, scoring just twice in the Premier League season. Mido went on to have several failed spells in the Premier League with Wigan, West Ham and Middlesbrough, but only scored 8 times in those 4 seasons, including none at all with West Ham. Since Mido retired in 2013, he has gone on to manage several clubs in his homeland of Egypt. 4. Amr Zaki. You could be excused for not knowing who Amr Zaki was when he signed for Steve Bruce's Wigan Athletic. Like Mido, Zaki is also Egyptian and had spells in Egypt's first and second division, so it was a surprise to almost everyone when he came to the JJB Stadium. Zaki started his first Premier League season like a house on fire, scoring 4 in his first 4 league games, as well as netting in the League Cup. Zaki continued to have the golden touch at Wigan, netting a further 6 times, keeping up with the likes of Nicolas Anelka, Robinho and Jermaine Defoe. Zaki would never score again for Wigan after December, and left in controversy when Zaki failed to return back after his international call-up. After returning to Egypt, Zaki turned down a loan deal to Portsmouth because of Tal Ben Ahim and manager Avram Grant both being from Israel. Zaki joined Israeli free side Hull that season but failed to make an impact, leaving without a single goal. After spells in Kuwait and Egypt, Amr Zaki retired in 2015. Number 3, Robinho. Robinho was a huge name in football after joining Spanish giants Real Madrid from Santos. Robinho spent 3 successful seasons at the Bernabeu, winning La Liga twice. He was on the market in the summer of 2008, and London club Chelsea were desperate to sign him. But in a huge transfer shock, Robinho ended up in Manchester City, becoming Sheikh Mansour's first big signing as the owner of Manchester City. Robinho had a hugely successful first season under Welshman Mark Hughes, scoring 14 times and having a better goals to game ratio than Fernando Torres and having more goals than Wayne Rooney and Frank Lampard. However, Robinho would not reach those heights again for Manchester City. Despite having such a great season in his first year, he only played 10 times in the Premier League that season for Manchester City and failed to score. He joined Santos before going out to Serie A, joining Milan. He has since played in China and is now back in his homeland of Brazil. Number 2, Benjani. After 4 seasons in League One with Auxerre, the Zimbabwean forward signed for Premier League side Portsmouth after he was recommended to manager Harry Redknapp by Arsenal manager Arsene Wenger. After an indifferent 18 months at Fratton Park, it was during the 2005-06 season where Benjani really came to the party. Benjani in the first half of the season with Portsmouth scored 12 goals in 23 Premier League games, impressing Manchester City manager Sven-Göran Eriksson, with the Swede signing Benjali on deadline day in January. Benjani racked up another 3 goals at the end of the season. However, things would not go the way Benjani or Man City would have imagined. Benjani scored just once in the Premier League for the Citizens and had failed spells after with Sunderland and Blackburn. Benjani returned to Portsmouth in 2011-12 but could not replicate his final season at Fratton Park and later went on to play in South Africa. Number 1. Michu. One of Michael Laudrup's first signings as Swansea manager. It was Michu, who came from La Liga for just £2 million. Michu had an unbelievable first season in the Premier League with the Swans, scoring 18 goals, keeping up with the likes of Gareth Bale and Luis Suarez. Michu also netted 3 times in the League Cup, with the Swans lifting the trophy, as well as getting his first cap for Spain in 2013 against Belarus. Michu's time at Swansea went downhill from there, with next season he played 17 times but only netting twice. Swansea struggled that season that saw Laudrup axed as the boss at the Liberty Stadium. Michu has since gone on to play in the lower divisions of Spain. Got anyone? Any season wonders that weren't on this list? Tell me down below. Thumbs up if you enjoyed the video and subscribe to see more. Thank you for watching. I am Mike and I'll see you soon.